Hello everybody and welcome to a quick Minecraft tutorial on how modular routers work. So modular routers is an absolutely brilliant mod in transporting items and even setting up some farms without the use of pipes and things like that. Basically it just frees up a whole lot of space and can really make for some interesting sort of auto crafting systems, if you will. The first thing I want to talk you through is actually how the modular router works itself. Now, I'm not going to be the most in-depth thing here. I'm just going to do a quick rundown of how these work. So, where it says modules at the bottom, this is the most important thing. We have many different modules from activator all the way up to the void module. And each one of these will do different things. And if we put all these in, it will go from a left to right, activating each of these as different steps. Now, if we were to do the activator module, we can take it out, we can configure it to whatever we want. So the activator one I found really handy is for farms. So if we go like do the front, look below, we can throw it in there and then it will start doing whatever it needs to do. And then this sender module here will send that item to wherever it needs to go. And the puller module will pull that item from wherever it is being pulled from. So say a chest, it's going to get pulled from the chest into this modular router and then sent somewhere else. And then the void upgrade will just get rid of any sort of items you don't want. Again, you can filter this, blacklist it, things like that. When we get that menu to come up, we just right click on it. Fairly simple, dead easy. And then you can do whatever you want. You can do that with most of them. And when it comes to the sender modules and stuff, if we get a chest, any kind of chest, doesn't matter which one, the way we link this to a modular router is we get the sender module, we shift right click with the module, this little green cube will come up, meaning it's linked successfully. We can then just go and throw that in the modular router. So if we wanted to get this to work with this chest here, we would get the puller module, do the exact same thing that we've done with the sender module, and we would throw it in there. We could then configure the void upgrade, say we don't want to keep diamonds in there. We can then whitelist that, and then we can place down another chest over here, which we will send the items to this chest. We can then just change that from this chest to that chest and throw it in there with the void upgrade in the middle. And if we put items in this chest, say we want some cobblestone and we want some diamonds, we can then go like this, and then it'll only send through cobblestone. And if we take these out, you can see it'll pull out diamonds but won't send it to the chest because they're getting voided. So that's how the modules at the bottom work. Now you can play around with all these and get them to do different things. And here is the upgrades. Now, upgrades, we can put any sort of upgrade in there, from stack upgrades to even blast upgrades. We can even camouflage them, do something with energy. Not even I know what all of these things do, but the muffler one's going to be quite good. The main ones that I use are the speed and stack upgrades because of how quick it will empty this chest. So now that we've got some speed and stack upgrades, if we just throw some in there, you can see this chest is already empty. And what we can do is just grab a few more stacks of cobblestone. And you can see it doesn't even last 2 seconds with max upgrades in there before it sends it all in here, which is absolutely crazy. And this buffer, by the way, is just basically where it stores one item. It can hold like 64 of one item before sending it off to another place. So these stack and speed upgrades for farms are definitely essential for what you need to do. Now, I have set up a couple of these little farms that we're going to look at. One being a cobblestone generator, so I can show you how it works with in-world blocks and how we can use it to break them. And even just a little farm as well over here of diamond seeds. First of all, we're going to go over this cobblestone generator one. So, first of all, we have a breaker module. Now, the breaker module is just like a pickaxe, which is whitelisted to cobblestone, so it only breaks the cobblestone that's underneath. We've then got a sender module, which is linked up to this crafter, because you can actually link it to any sort of machinery that has an inventory. And then from this, it will create us 1 times cobblestone once it collects enough of the cobblestone. Once it sends 9 in here, it craft a cobblestone 1x. That then gets pulled out of here, which is where we've got it again whitelisted in our puller module, so it doesn't start pulling out regular cobblestone. And it'll pull it from the crafter and then get sent straight into this drawer. And that is basically how you can get like a little automatic cobblestone generator system if that's what you ever need. If it's not, you don't have to do that. Here, what we've got going on is a farm. Now you can see it's not picking up the items very quick. And again, we can sort this out by just throwing in some speed and stack upgrades. And you can see how quickly it's moving. Again, we'd probably have to do the same thing over here, just to keep everything up. And there you go. We've got like no items on the floor. So here, what we've got is we've got an activator module. Now, this activator module has been set to front and below with just a blacklisted. It's not whitelisting anything here. I'm not fussed up what it breaks. With the activator module, it is key to know that whatever you put in the buffer, it's not going to get rid of. So right now, it's going to be holding this scythe. This scythe does an area of effect damage of 15 by 15. So I know it's going to get absolutely every single one of these plants when it is activated. Now, of course, we can't use this one to pick up any items, because if we were to get it to pick up any items, it would get rid of the Supreme Scythe, and then there'd have to be a way to recirculate it back around into the modular router. It's just easier to place down another modular router, which is where we've now got a vacuum module, which we have also put in some range upgrades to pick up absolutely everything in this farm, because the range on it automatically isn't very good. So it now picks up absolutely everything from this farm. The void module will get rid of any sort of fertilized essence, which is what we've got whitelisted here, because obviously we don't want to keep fertilized essence from this farm. We just want to keep the diamond essence. And then we're sending that diamond essence straight into this crafter over here. Now, it is important that we use the sender module Mark II, because that can send it in all different directions, whichever direction you want it to send in. If you're using the sender module Mark I, it's got to be on the same X or Y level. So if this was a sender module Mark I, we would have to have a chest or something over here for it to link to the sender module Mark I to send something to. If I was to put the sender module Mark I in this and try and get it to send to this crafter, it ain't going to work, because they're not on the same X and Y levels and things like that. So when it comes to the crafter, we've got it obviously crafting us some diamonds. We've got it then getting pulled out from the crafter. This modular router is pulling only diamonds, so it's whitelisted to diamonds, from the crafter, and then sending it straight into this oak drawer. Now, these are, of course, very simple farms to make. Very easy. Anyone can make something like this. If you want like a tutorial on how to make a little bit like some more advanced farms and things like that, and say you wanted something automatic for the ultimate control circuit, I'm sure I can whisk something up with modular routers, but that's for you to decide down in the comments. That's actually going to do us for today's video. It's again very short video. Just wanted to simply explain the way modular routers work, and the most important thing to get your head around is that it works in steps. That is the most important thing. As soon as I saw like a tutorial video on that, I pretty much switched off the tutorial and I was on it then. I knew exactly what I needed to do. So the most important thing there, it works in steps from left to right. Keep that in mind when doing your little farms. But for now, that's going to do us for today's video. So thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. We're on that road to 1,000. Let me know down in the comments if there's any other mods you want me to cover, give you a little walkthrough. But I guess I'll see you later. Goodbye.